road fund license.
We're all April Fools. We would like to say welcome to all the people who have subscribed to us and watched our last video. It was very, very heartening that so many people are now joining us on this journey. But this is the promised part two of the one that caused a lot of caused the internet to melt down.
Yeah, right.
And instead of three people watching, four people watched the last one. And yeah, it's all about the wonderful world of car tax, which is changing. And yeah, we have game plans for you, don't we, Bradley?
Yeah, we're going to get all the chicks with these videos, mate. We're doing car tax videos.
Yeah, excellent.
Right. Yeah, but it is important. People do need to know about it. And obviously, it's been our most popular video, so it has definitely touched a nerve. And I can understand why, because we've just done a few sums off camera. And yeah, we're having the piss taken out of us yet again. You'll be shocked to learn, everybody. Um, the tax liability for any car registered after the 1st of April is basically, if it costs more than 40 grand, it's horrendous. If you buy a car that emits over 255 grams of CO2, your tax liability for the first 6 years of that car is £8,545. That's just what you're paying road tax for the first 6 years. If you buy an electric car, your tax liability is just over 3,000 quid, I think, isn't it? So yeah, it's still a lot, still a hell of a lot. 625 quid a year, basically. 620 quid a year for 6 years. So it was 3,600 and something quid. It's ridiculous. So how can you get away from this? Well, the obvious answer is don't buy a new car. I'd imagine that there's going to be a lot of manufacturers pre-registering cars. Any car that they've got due in or physical at the moment is going to get pre-registered before the 1st of April to avoid this, because any car registered on the 31st of March 2025 or before is going to avoid all this. So the obvious answer to this is make sure the date of registration on anything you buy is previous to the 1st of April 2025. Then you will avoid this. I mean, we'd always advise buying a used car anyway, because it makes sense. Cars generally now are so well built that you don't need to buy a new one. It's a myth that you need to buy something brand new to be reliable. You don't. Now, I bought a 6-year-old car with 100,000 miles on the clock 3 months ago, and it's been perfect. Slightly high oil consumption, which is going to get looked at, but it's been perfect. So you really don't need to buy brand new cars. Getting back to the tax liability, we think that, yeah, there's going to be a lot of pre-registered cars. So if you are in the market for a nearly new car or a new car, get out there now and have a look. Right. Anything to add, James?
No, it's Bangonomics really, and yeah, you're quite right. It's never been a better time to do a bit of Bangonomics because modern cars and fairly modern cars have never been more reliable, really. So it's fairly difficult to go wrong, and we will be going through how to buy a very, very good used car in the very near future. But that's the best thing that you can do. And also, the response to the last video was a lot of people saying, "Well, my car is 20 years old. There's no reason to change it," and that is perfectly correct. Unfortunately, you still have to pay tax on it, but it's less tax than you would otherwise pay on one of these brand new fangled cars. So yeah, Bangonomics is back with a bang, and yeah, this is what future-proof cars is all about. It's having an older car and making it run for longer. The other alternative is just to buy low tax cars, and those are the small ones, aren't they? They are the small cars that we actually do quite like, and would highly recommend. So it's yeah,
Yep.
it's little shoppers where you can't go wrong, especially if you haven't got a lot of requirements, you haven't got a big family to shove around, or you're just doing a little local commute and jobs, then yeah, a little Skoda Citigo or a Volkswagen Up, you're going to be fine, aren't you?
Yep. Yeah, I mean they are great. My sister lives out in Australia. She lives in Sydney, and she had a sort of a mid-sized SUV, a Kia Sportage, I think it was, and had that bought that new, had it for 7 years, and then the engine blew up. Now kids are grown up and they've pretty much left home now. And she rang me up and she goes, the engine's just blown up in my 7-year-old Kia. I said, that's convenient with a 7-year warranty. And she said, well, it's pretty much scrap. What should I buy? And I said, well, she said, I've been looking at such and such. And she was looking at cars similar size again. And I said, well, why are you doing that? Just go and buy a Toyota Yaris with an automatic gearbox. So she did. And she rings me up every week saying, I love this car. It's brilliant. It's perfect for what I need. And that's really what you need to, if you're looking at buying a new car, look at what's fit for purpose. But as James said, the series on car buying videos is coming out very soon. So, in fact, that will be the first video, fit for purpose. So just assessing your needs, understanding what you need a car to do, and make sure you're buying something that is fit for purpose. In a nutshell, that's it, but we'll go into much more depth on that. A lot of people end up with a car that they don't actually want or need. So it's the most important bit is deciding which one to buy. Then we'll teach you how to do everything else.
Somebody mentioned about the situation with regard to pickup trucks, because a lot of people did,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, they did buy four-door pickups, and you made a very good point about the ones which have the little suicide doors, whether they
Yeah,
can.
the king cabs, they're sort of a halfway house between a strict 2-door and a 4-door pickup.
Yeah.
So they have literally probably about 12 to 18 inches extra in the cab. And it does make a big difference. They've got little fold down seats. Toyota do one, Nissan do one. I've always thought it was a sweet spot for a pickup truck because you get plenty of bed. The 4-door pickup trucks, really, they are just a car with an open boot. So I can understand why the government have done that. They've closed a loophole which people have exploited for years. But again, you can keep exploiting that loophole, people, by buying a pickup truck that was registered before the 1st of April 2025.
Yeah.
So these loopholes aren't closed, they're just closed from the 1st of April 2025. It's important to remember that.
Yeah.
There are so many loopholes. If you buy the wrong car, suddenly you can have a massive tax liability. Through no fault of your own, just make a rash decision or go out and buy the wrong car. All of a sudden, you've got a massive tax liability. All this stuff needs to be looked at in detail before you go out and buy. The government are just making everything so complicated and so bloody difficult. And if you make the wrong decision, it's going to cost you dearly. So, yeah, it's becoming increasingly important, I think, James.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, we will look into what's going on and giving you the best advice possible. Proof cars about which cars to go and get for yourself.
Please like and subscribe.